Hello! So I've been watching so many of the reading goals videos recently, just for, I don't know, no reason. That was just so much fun to do for me. So I really found myself enjoying that, and then I was like, wait a moment, I never actually set myself any reading goals. Other than last year, I obviously set myself a Goodreads goal, but that was like the extent that I ever got to it. And so I've decided to actually go ahead and do that, because mainly, not gonna lie, I already can see the end of 2018 and me watching this video, forgotten about all of the goals and being like, yeah, no, I failed miserably at that one, and I'm looking forward to it. So, you know what? Let's do that. Because I didn't have any actual goals set for, I mean, like any specific goals set for. Why is it getting dark? Why is it getting dark? It's only 2. So yeah, because I haven't actually set any goals, I just want to go through the Goodreads page, and you know how they show you this like really cool page of like the review of 2017 or whatever. I know that I set my goal at 50 books because this was my first year of actually tracking how many books I read, and I had no idea how many I'm gonna read. I actually read 57, which is surprising. Mind you, I think around 10 or 12 will be some sort of comics, so like mangas or graphic novels or comics. So it depends if you personally count those or not. I count whatever the hell Goodreads are counting, because I'm not too bothered about it, to be honest. Why is it so dark? I like that they give you like actual sort of like stats, and apparently I read 19,065 pages, which is a little mind-blowing when you put it like that. The shortest book was Batman the Killing Joke, which is apparently 50 pages, which, you know, I understand that it would be the shortest book. And then the longest one is The Court of Wings and Ruin, which is apparently 699. I thought that The Final Empire would have been the longest, but I think that's a little bit shorter. Yeah, most popular book that I read was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone, because obviously it is. And the least popular was Civilized. My average rating for this year was 3.9, which is about right. My highest rated on Goodreads book is The Lightning Struck Hard, with the average of 4.51, and I'm so happy about that fact because it's such a hilarious and awesome book. I think that's all I'm gonna mention. That was my last year. You know what's funny, sort of in a weird way, is that I haven't even wrote any personal goals. I only wrote myself some reading goals this morning. What does that say about me? Also, I'm so sorry if I'm screaming a little bit because I'm actually still ill and I feel quite okay, but my ears are so blocked that I can't really hear much. So I don't know if I'm like screaming or not. If I am, I'm sorry. So I have goals for 2018 and then a few sort of YouTube related ones on top of that. So let's just get on to it. I went back and forth about actually setting my goal for Goodreads, you know, the number of books, or not setting the goal, because it's just so weird. Like, it doesn't, the number is not everything. Every book is, you know, different length, different complexity, and you can't just count one as one when the two are so not equal in like anything really. Do you know what I mean? So it's such a weird thing to do, to follow the number of books, and also putting pressure for yourself to read that many books, which I'm actually glad to say that of all of the stresses of my life, that one was never one of them. So pat myself on the back for that. I decided, you know, if it doesn't stress me out having that goal, might as well just put it just for like, you know, shits and giggles. So I decided to go for 50 again, which is the same as I went last year, and this is still 4.13 or something books per month, which is quite a lot, and I'm sure there's gonna be months that I'm not gonna be able to do that, but if I don't reach it, then I don't reach it. It's fine. I did say that I'm gonna look forward to looking at these goals and being like, dang, didn't do any of them, did I? Number 2 is for me to finish the series that I've started. I'm mostly talking about the series that already have books out, but I want to finish the Raven Cycle books. I am only 2 books into that one, and there's 2 left. The Final Empire, which I read 1 of, and there's 2 left. Six of Crows, which is a duology, so I've started it and I have 1 book left in that one. Illuminate Files, which will have the 3rd book coming out this year, so I want to read Gemina and that one this year to finish up the series. Lock and Key, which is a comic book series, so I have 5 to go. And lastly, catch up with the Throne of Glass series. I am in the middle of the 3rd one, and I've been in the middle of the third one. I know there's like a lot of you guys now rolling your eyes. I know. I've been in the middle of that one for like half a year of 2017, but this is why I'm making a goal. It's not my favorite series, but I know that it gets much better and people keep saying to me that it is worth it, so I want to keep reading to get to the point where I'm just like, you know, ACOMAF levels. Number 3 is to reread Harry Potter and reread and rewatch Harry Potter with AJ, who's under the channel name Book Breakdown here on YouTube. And then we want to somehow manage to either meet up and watch the Harry Potter of the book that we reread, or figure out how to do that online, you know, without just having to like press play at the same time, because what if we stop? We need some sort of like screen share thing, like some sort of function that's like not Skype though, because that wouldn't work very well. If you're aware of any of these, of like how you can watch the same stuff in like a group setting online, because I'm sure it's a thing, let us know down below, because that would be so useful. My number 4 goal is, I never have a problem with DNFing books, but for a person who doesn't have a problem with DNFing books, I don't really do it that often. Granted, that might be just because I am actually enjoying the books, which I am, and I'm not a entirely picky reader. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to books, and I always find things to enjoy, but I decided to make it a bit more specific so I know when to start considering leaving the book out, because I personally think that, you know, we have a limited amount of days left to live. Like, as grim as that sounds, it's true. So very similarly, we have a very limited amount of books in our lives that we get to read, so why waste our time? And for a slow reader, it does take a long time to finish the book, even though I maybe wouldn't want that book to be on the list of the books that I read in my life. So I'm making it a mark of 100 pages, and if it's 100 pages and I'm still not even like hating the book, but I'm still like meh about the book, then I want to make myself DNF it. Obviously, I'm not gonna force myself to DNF book, because that's just silly. But if I find that it's not maybe a book that's worthy of my time, because I read so slowly, then I want to be a bit more critical about whether or not it's worth me reading it. Number 5 is that I want to participate at least in one readathon this year, and not some readathon that I would maybe want to invent or something, or create, you know, a readathon hosted by someone else, because I always find those so scary. So my goal for this year is to actually participate in one. I don't participate in them because, as I said, slow reader, mood reader, gets really easily distracted when you put those 3 together. I just know that I'll fail the challenges, and I just know that I'll fail the whatever like the prompts are, but I want to try, and maybe I'll surprise myself, and maybe I will just like get extra motivated to read. So I want to participate in one. I just never know what's happening around it. I always like see Jade, or mostly Jade really, participating in readathons, and I always see it when she obviously uploads the video, and I never knew that was happening, and by that time it's too late. So I want to also find a way of knowing what the hell is happening. But my next goal is to actually do a proper unhaul, and this sort of hurts my soul because I don't really want to unhaul any books. I don't have like a massive problem with unhauling books that I just really don't want around me, but I need to sort of make myself unhaul books that I know other people would enjoy more, and I might actually not ever get to them, and just something that I lost interest when I was really interested before, but just really lost the interest. The reason why I say it's hard for me, because none of the books that I own are the ones that are like, oh, I'll never read them. Because, you know, again, mood reader, I might really want it at some point. I am one of those people who really want to have like a room that is basically a library, and it's just full of books, and rows and shelves of books. But the sad reality is that I am, you know, a 25-year-old who is living in a rented apartment and will have to at some point move. Probably quite soon as well, like in the next, like in 2018 I might move. Just the fact that I'll have to carry all of these books with me, and also the fact that those 2 shelves is basically the maximum of shelves that I can fit in my apartment at the moment. There's like a bit of space right here that I might maybe fit a small one, but there's all sorts of like boxes of cables here that I obviously cannot move because they're attached to the wall, that I know would also, so I don't even think that it can fit there. Basically what I'm saying, that I only have these 2 shelves, and I have to contain myself on fitting all the books that I have on those two shelves, which means that unfortunately I have to be more selective and send some books to my friends, give some books to the charity, you know, but it's like a hard thing for me to do because I just want them all. It's like Pokemon for me. I don't know, I'll figure something out. This point stresses me out. And I am gonna read some of the books on the Kindle, but the problem is that I am a collector of books. I know that might be weird for some people, it's just like if you just have it on Kindle. Yeah, but if I will be loving the book on Kindle, I will probably also buy it in a hard copy because this is my comfort blanket, alright? I like to be surrounded by the books that I love because every time I glance at my shelves, it calms me down. And if it's something that helps your anxiety, I would say go full force. Like, the books is where my money goes, and if I can support the authors and I can support the publishing industry, then I don't really see what the problem is. But the sad part is that I just cannot keep all of my babies, and I'll just have to do it on hold at some point, and it hurts me. My next goal is quite specific, and I want to read at least a few books this year that have a main character that is a representative of LGBTQ plus community. I suppose this is read more diversely type of thing, but I want to do that for this year. And my last sort of reading specific goal is to read a book in Lithuanian, but also from a Lithuanian author. Read a Lithuanian book, basically. I grew up in Lithuania, but I don't really speak Lithuanian now because I don't really have an excuse. I do type with my mom sometimes, like I text her and we speak in Lithuanian obviously there. Yesterday I spoke with my best friend from Lithuania. Well, she's not from, whatever. We speak in Lithuanian between each other, and both of us were struggling so hard that it did make the conversation extra funny because we were just saying words that are not even words. The sentence structure was all over the place. I struggled way more than she did, and I realized that my mother is gonna absolutely kill me next time I go back to visit because she's gonna be like, you're forgetting the language, and I'm gonna be like, please, it's been 7 years. It's hard not to, when you don't use the language, you sort of start forgetting, or the different grammar rules like just get pushed towards the other one, and it's just mess. I am not a patriotic person whatsoever, but I do want to remember the language, so I want to read at least one book and maybe it'll help, I don't know. Just to mention some YouTube related goals, I suppose. I don't think I'm gonna change much that I'm doing because I started the channel with the idea of doing the videos I would like to watch and doing the videos that I like making, and it's been a really good philosophy for me and it's working perfectly fine for my happiness. I'm hoping that you guys are also enjoying the content. I know there's a lot of unboxings and I don't want to be known for that, but I feel like it's pretty justifiable if I am. But I don't think a lot is gonna change. One of my goals that I did write down is to continue with the Book in the Jar project, well, book club. I want to be consistent that every second month I host that and we talk about it and I make a book diary. It's definitely the most time consuming thing that I do, especially because when I make a book diary it's like 8 hours of footage and then I have to sit for like 16 editing it, and it's not the most viewed thing at all. It's probably the least viewed thing, but I enjoy it so much because the quality of the chats that I get from you guys is just, I love it. It's what this thing is all about for me. I also got pretty positive feedback from the reading vlog that I did previously, and I said that I might do a 1 week reading vlog per month, so one reading vlog that lasts for a week, a month. I did warn you guys that it's all gonna be pretty much the same, so if you've seen one, you've probably seen it all, which is basically me not doing much other than working, then sometimes making candles and inserting a bunch of cat footage in there. So yeah, I want to do more vlogs. I am gonna do a 24-hour readathon vlog because I really want to do that this week. But I always wanted to join in, but from one reason or another, because this is hosted by read by Zoe, but I never got a chance, or the timing was just wrong, so I just decided to do it. So yeah, vlogs, basically. I want to do more vlogs because I enjoy them and I really enjoy editing vlogs. I think I enjoy editing vlogs the most and I enjoy looking back to them. I never rewatch any of my videos unless it's a vlog, and then sometimes I will, and it's fun. Task that I sort of want to try out, I don't know if it's gonna catch up or not, is to do really short co-pile based reviews. So I would just go through the book that I read in a co-pile system sort of way and talk about why I gave it that score within the co-pile system. Co-pile is just what I call my rating system. I made a video on it. I'll try and remember to suggest it here, but you can find it on my channel. I don't always do book reviews because sometimes I just feel like I don't have enough to talk about that book, and most of the time in the wrap-up I managed to speak most of the things that I wanted to say about the book, so I don't really see a purpose of making a separate video, because in my wrap-ups I usually say most of the things that I wanted to say about that book. But I want to do like a specific, you know, short video for that specific book, and I can still speak about it in my wrap-ups, but I feel like if I don't mention co-pile systems there and do a co-pile short videos that are just like reviews, that might work out. So I might try that and see how that goes. Would you guys like that? I don't know, let me know. Speaking of wrap-ups, I saw a lot of people, basically every video I watch, people are like, I'm also gonna stop doing monthly wrap-ups, which is really interesting, and I'm really intrigued to see what they do and how they're liking it. I personally really enjoy wrap-ups. They give me like more structure in my reading. I know this is the period, and then I'm gonna read this and this, and then it gives me like some sort of like planning thing, and I actually quite enjoy wrap-ups, and I enjoy them monthly, and so far it's been working, so I think I'm gonna continue with that. So no changes there. Now the last sort of goal has like a little of a story behind it, I suppose. So I'm sure some of you guys noticed that my channel had a huge bump in subscribers at the end of November and throughout December. That is because one of the videos went a little bit crazy, and obviously I want to stay positive about it because it's a positive thing, you know, like people want their videos to be noticed. Basically, I have no right to complain about it, and I'm not complaining about it. I was just not prepared, simply speaking. And was I in a different mindset and just anxiety-wise place in my mind and my life, I would have probably reacted very differently. But yeah, that video exploded, and it just sort of attracted a lot of trolls as well, because, you know, it's a small percentage, but it's the percentage that will make sure to comment. I was not prepared, and Logan did say this is like a proper welcome to the internet thing, because I was like really safe in my nice readers corner, and I didn't and as I said, I'm very, very grateful, and I don't know why. By the way, people were asking me, why did you do something different? Absolutely not. I think it's just probably some sort of algorithm thing. I don't know, man. I literally did nothing differently. So it also really stressed me out because it brought a lot of negativity that I haven't seen in my channel before, and it brought a lot of personally targeted comments that were not of the nicest manner. I always thought that I was quite okay with dealing with that thing, but I wasn't. I might have had like 4 panic attacks in the span of 2 days, and I ended up like switching off the notifications and trying not to look at the comments. This is also why I'm not the best at replying at comments now, but it's calming down, so I'll be back with my normal replying soon. But yeah, I just got a little bit overwhelmed. So the point is of this story that my goal is to calm down about that stuff, you know. This is obviously a public place. I'm putting these videos for anyone to see. Anyone can watch it. Anyone can write whatever they want in the comments, is their right, and I'm not deleting comments, and I will never delete the comments unless they actually are very offensive to someone else that is not me. And then I won't leave it. But other than that, I will, you know, people are free to say whatever they like, and I need to just get that. I'm just very grateful if you guys found me through that video and enjoyed it and decided to stay. Thank you so much. It's just my goal to realize this is the internet, basically. I think I was lulled by the security of the beautiful community that booktube is. Forgot that, you know, this is the internet. People will pick at your words, people will pick at your accent, people will, you know, find things to note that might hurt you. So I just need to keep that in mind. So being a bit more chill about that is definitely the main goal. Do you have any suggestions for what would you maybe like to see more or less on my channel? Leave those down below. Also tell me what, if you set any reading goals, what were those? Thanks so much for watching. I'm sorry this video is probably gonna be longer than I expected it to be, but I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I wish you all the best with your goals in 2018, reading or otherwise, and yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching and, like, you know, being nice. And I'll see you next time. Bye!